Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I am here with another topic of plant economic botany, that is medicinal plants. I will try to cover this topic in two parts. We have some selected plants given in our syllabus. In addition to that, I will try to cover some other plants with their active principles and their uses. Let's start. One thing that is very clear, that the use of plants in medicinal preparation is not a modern science, it is an ancient science. So medicinal plants have been discovered and used in traditional practices since prehistoric time. So हम ये medicinal plants को use कर रहे हैं prehistoric time से. बहुत सारे ऐसे evidences हमें मिलते हैं जो ये show करते हैं that we are using plants as medicine from prehistoric times. Then plants synthesize hundreds of chemical compounds which are also known as secondary metabolites, और जो important role play करते हैं plants में भी, and they are also serves to treat disease of humans. So these chemical compounds for functions including defense against insects, fungi, they control certain diseases, and herbivores and mammals attack in the plants. So ऐसे chemical substance synthesize करते हैं plants जो इन सभी तरह के predator से, invader से protection provide करते हैं. Numerous phytochemicals with potential or established biological activity have been identified or isolated. So we have extracted numerous phytochemicals, plant chemicals, which with their potential use to treat disease or to control disease have been identified. Next comes active principle. So basically these are the chemical substances which are formed by plants, and they play important physiological or nutritional role in human body. So these are the chemical substances found in plants that exert a physiological or nutritive function in the body. तो ऐसे chemicals जो plant synthesize करते हैं, they may have role in plant defense system also. So these exert a physiological or nutritive function in the body of human. For example, we have Catharanthus roseus, Vinca rosea. It contains some chemicals like we have vinblastine or vincristine, और ये दोनों ही chemical का important role है in cancer treatment. Similarly, we have bark of Taxus brevifolia or Taxus baccata that contains a chemical known as taxol that also have anti-cancerous properties. So they are purified components of plant. इन्हें purify किया जाता है plant से, which have studied. We have done extensive studies on these plants, and are scientifically proven that they have therapeutic functions, means they help in treating diseases. So basically these are the active principles. Next comes types of active principle. So we have classes of active principle or chemicals which have these medicinal properties. Firstly, we have alkaloids. They are alkaline in nature and contain nitrogen. Then we have steroids. They are hydrocarbon containing, that is 2 to 4 in structure. For example, we have male hormone and female hormones. So they are the example of steroid hormones. Then we have glycosides, and they are the important component of a cell membrane also. So steroids have sugar moiety. When the steroids are attached with sugar, so they form the glycosides. Then we have phenols. They are antioxidants, flavonoids, essential oils, and fatty oils, which comes under phenols. Phenolic compounds. Then we have essential oils. These are the one which have aroma in them, means they have special fragrance, and they have aldehyde, ketone, or sulfonated compounds chemically. I will not go into details. This is the brief information. Then we have gums and resins. They have effective medicinal properties. Then we have oleoresins, which have anti-cancerous and digestive properties, means they help to treat digestive system. We have some examples like we have alkaloids of Papaver somniferum, that is morphine and codeine, which have medicinal properties. Then we have some pigments like berberine and ricin. They also have medicinal properties. Then drugs like we have lemongrass oil. Then lecithin, that is vinblastine, and curcumin, which is present in curcuma longa, which is the turmeric. Next comes historical background. The use of plants in medicinal preparation is an old practice. We have a lot of documental proofs which shows that this is an old practice. In 1500 BC, the ancient Egyptians wrote the Ebers Papyrus, which contain information on over 850 plant medicines. So ऐसी एक बुक लिखी गई है इजिप्शियंस के द्वारा, इसका नाम है एबर्स पेपायरस, जिसमें लगभग 850 प्लांट मेडिसिन के नाम दिए गए हैं. दे इंक्लूडेड द गार्लिक, जूनिपर, कैनबिस, कैस्टर बीन, एलोए एंड मैंड्रेक. सो इसमें ये प्लांट्स के भी रोल बताए गए हैं एज अ मेडिसिन. देन पुनसाओ फार्माकोपिया एक पब्लिश की है बुक, जिसमें है अराउंड 1600 BC, दैट कंटेन थाउजेंड्स ऑफ हर्बल क्योर्स, जिसमें thousands of plants के बारे में बताया गया which helps in curing the disease. Then Greek physician Hippocrates, who is commonly known as father of medicine, used various herbal remedies in his treatments. This is the photograph which shows pharmacopoeia. This is a Greek physician Hippocrates, father of medicine. Then Roman physician Dioscorides, who wrote the De Materia Medica, which contained an account of over 600 species of plants with medicinal properties. तो इस बुक में लगभग 600 plant species हैं जिनकी medicinal values हैं. So this is a book that is Materia Medica, written by Dioscorides, a Roman physician. Next, coming to Indian literature, which contain information of plants used in medicine. So earliest Sanskrit writings, such as we have Rig Veda and Atharvaveda and some other earliest available documents that detailing the medical knowledge that forms the basis of present Ayurveda system. So ये है founder text जो बनाते हैं हमारे modern day Ayurvedic system को. Rig Veda में है information of some medicinal plants. Then we have Atharvaveda, which contain information regarding the medicinal plants. Now we have some other documents, historic documents, that contain the information of medicinal plants. The earliest treatise, Rig Veda, mentions that Dhanvantari, the 17th incarnation of Lord Vishnu, was worshipped as god of medicine. So we call Dhanvantari, which was the 17th incarnation of Lord Vishnu, as a god of medicine. It also played an important role to form the present day Ayurveda system. Ayurveda system thus formed the basis of healthcare system in ancient India. The oldest non-Ayurvedic texts are Sushruta Samhita and Charak Samhita. So these are the oldest non-texts which contain information of medicinal plants, and they are the oldest Ayurvedic texts. It contains information about disease, their diagnosis, and expected cures. So Sushruta, commonly known as founding father of surgery. Then we have Charak Samhita, the father of Indian medicine. One useful plant that has come from Ayurvedic tradition is snake root, named as Rauwolfia serpentina. Commonly we call it as Sarvgandha, which plays an important role to cure the nervous disorders. So the part used is roots. Roots are used to prepare this medicine, which helps in treating the disease like schizophrenia. Next, this slide shows glossary of medicinal terms. So what are the various terms which are used frequently in medicinal science that we will discuss one by one. First is anesthetic. So basically anesthesia means loss of sensation. So ऐसी medicine जो pain को relief देने के लिए use किया जाती है, that is called anesthetic during operation or some tests. And the plant used for this is Erythrosylum coca. So anesthesia means loss of sensation. So medicines that cause anesthesia are called anesthetics. And anesthetics are used during test and surgical operation to numb the sensation in certain areas of the body or to induce sleep. So ये है anesthesia. Then the plant used is Erythrosylum coca. Next we have anthelmintic. So ऐसे plant medicines जो कि intestinal worms को kill करने के लिए, remove करने के लिए use किया जाती हैं, that are commonly known as anthelmintic. So certain plants that contains the medicinal properties that helps in removal of these worms. A drug that is used to treat infections of animals with parasitic worms. So these include both flatworms. For example, we have flukes, trematodes, and tapeworm, commonly known as cystodes, comes under cystode, and as well as roundworms that comes under nematodes. So सभी तरह के जो इंटेस्टाइनल वर्म्स हैं उस पैरासिटिज्म को रिमूव करने के लिए the drugs which are used are commonly known as anthelmintic. So the plants used are Quisqualis indica. This is the photograph which shows Quisqualis indica, and this is commonly known as Jhumka pale. Then we have Punica granatum, that is pomegranate. Then we have anti-allergic. So these are the medicines which are used to treat allergic reactions. And the plant used is Nandina domestica. This is the photograph which shows Nandina domestica. Next comes antibacterial, as the name indicates. So these medicines are used to treat the bacterial infections. And the plant, example of plant is Plumbago indica. This is the photograph which shows Plumbago indica. The next anti-cancer, so medicines which are used to treat cancer, like we have Catharanthus rosea, or also known as Vinca rosea, then Texas baccata. This is the photograph of Vinca rosea or Catharanthus roseus, commonly known as Sadabahar. The next we have Texas baccata. So it contains a chemical known as Taxol, which have anti-cancerous properties. Then anti-cholesterol, so medicines which are used to control the cholesterol, like we have plant Ilium sativum, commonly known as garlic. It has anti-cholesterol properties. Then anti-diabetic, which controls diabetes, and the plants used are Catharanthus roseus and Mamordica charentia, that is bitter gourd. Then antidiarrheal, so these are the medicines which are used to treat diarrhea, like we have Psydium gujava, commonly known as guava, then Curcuma domestica, that is turmeric. So they have antidiarrheal properties. Then antifungal, so these are the medicine which are used to treat or control fungal infection, like we have Ilium sativum, that is garlic. Then anti-inflammatory drugs, so they helps to relieve inflammation in the body, like we have Curcuma domestica, that is turmeric, then Desmodium giganticum. This is the program. Next comes antipyretic. Anti means against, pyretic means temperature. So these are the medicines which are used to reduce fever, destroy fever toxins, and induce perspiration to increase the heat loss of the body. So the medicines that we mostly use is acetophenate or paracetamol tablets. Then antiseptic, a herb drug or other substance that prevent decay or putrefaction, a substance that inhibit the growth of and development of microorganisms without necessarily destroying them. So these are known as antiseptic, which removes the septic conditions. Then we have antitussive. So these are the medicines which are used to prevent or alleviate cough. जो कफ को रिमूव करने के लिए यूज की जाती हैं, these medicines are commonly termed as antitussive drugs that relieves the cough. Next comes aperient. So aperient, these are the gentle laxative, means they helps in clearing of bowel. जो हमारा bowel है उसको clear करने के लिए जो medicines use होती हैं, a mild laxative, that is termed as aperient. So aperient is a purgative laxative, means they helps in clearing off bowel. Next comes aphrodisiac. Aphrodisiac, so these are the medicines which are used to increase sexual desire, sexual power. So these medicines are known termed as aphrodisiac. So there are various foods which have this aphrodisiac properties. Next comes appetizer. So this is a very common term. So these are the medicines which increase the hunger, or these herbs stimulates the appetite. Appetizer. Next comes astringent. So these cause a local contraction of skin, blood vessels, and other tissue. This stops the discharge of blood, mucus, etc. Usually used locally as a topical application. So mostly जो skin को contraction में help करते हैं. So these. Next comes balsam, balsamic. So a healing or soothing resin of tree, that is called balsamic. Then we have calmative. As the name indicates, these herbs are soothing. They have soothing effects and have sedative properties, means they can induce sleep also. These are known as calmative. Then carminative. These herbs helps normal peristalsis, जो intestine में food की movement होती है, that is called peristalsis, and thus assist in preventing gas formation को prevent करते हैं ये stomach में from forming in the intestine. They also helps in expelling the gas. तो गैस को एक्सपेल करने के लिए भी ये मेडिसिन यूज होती थी, नोन एज कार्मिनेटिव। द नेक्स्ट वी हैव कैथार्टिक। सो कैथार्टिक दीज कॉजेज इवैक्यूएशन ऑफ बाउल्स। सो जो इंटेस्टाइन है उसकी क्लियरेंस में हेल्प करते हैं। कैथार्टिक में भी आइदर माइल्ड लाइक द टर्म यूजेस लैक्सेटिव और दे में बी वाइग्रस और स्ट्रॉन्ग लाइक वी हैव परगेटिव्स। दोनों ही हमारे बाउल को क्लियर करते हैं। लैक्सेटिव आर माइल्ड while cathartic are strong or vigorous. Then next comes condiment. So these helps in improving the flavor of food and drinks. तो ऐसे plant products जो improve करते हैं flavor को और of food और drinks जो हम खाते हैं. So these are known as condiments. Next comes laxative. These herbs act to promote evacuation of the bowel, a gentle cathartic that we have already discussed. Then next comes narcotic. So an addictive. So these are the drugs which are habit forming. These substances that reduces pain and produces sleep. Sedative also. Like we have morphine, codeine. Then ophthalmicum, as the name indicates, so these chemicals are related to eyes. So these are prescribed for eye disease. So eye disease को treat करने के लिए जो medicines use होती है, these are not commonly termed as ophthalmicum. Then next comes pectoral. So these are the medicines which helps in relieving the pain of chest and lung area. So relieving the problems of these areas. So these are known as pectorals. Next comes poultice. So these are the herbs that are prepared in a special way and applied to the surface of body as remedy for certain disorders. So जो herbs हैं उनको grind करके किसी body के organ के ऊपर paste की form में लगाया जाता है, that is termed as poultice. Next comes demulcent. Demulcent, these are the herbs which have soothing effect and protect and relieve the irritation of inflamed mucous membrane. So जो mucous membrane की irritation है या inflammation है उसको relieve करने के लिए जो medicines use होती है, these are commonly known as demulcent. Next comes depurative. So depurative, these helps in the purification and cleansing of blood. So medicines that purifies or cleans the blood are commonly known as depurative. Next comes diuretic. So these herbs promotes the production and excretion of urine. So जो urine output को increase करती हैं, these medicines are commonly termed as diuretic. Next comes emetic. So these medicines are used to cause vomiting. So vomiting को cause करने के लिए जो medicines use होती हैं, these are termed as emetic. Next comes expectorant. So the herbs to helps to clear mucus from the lungs, bronchi and trachea. Sometimes the meaning is extended to all remedies that relieve a cough. So जो cough को relieve करते हैं ऐसी medicines के लिए हम term use करते हैं expectorant. Next comes febrifuge. So these are the medicines which reduces fever and body temperature. A febrifuge is the same as that of antipyretic and refrigerant. So antipyretics की तरह ही जो medicines हैं, these are also termed as febrifuge. Next comes germicide. So they helps to destroy germs and worms. Then comes purgative. This is a strong cathartic. So these herbs are usually used to relieve severe constipation. So constipation को treat करने के लिए, so any substance that promotes the vigorous evacuation of bowels are known as purgative. Next comes sedative. So these herbs are used to induce sleep. These medicine induces sleep and they allay excitement and produce relaxation. Next comes spasmodic. So these causes muscle to contract. जो muscle है उनकी contraction में और muscle pain को relieve करने के लिए जो medicines use होती है, these are known as spasmodic. Then comes sudorific. Sudorific, these herbs or these medicines cause heavy perspiration. So they increase the perspiration. Means they helps in sweating or sweat इसकी वजह से निकलता है. Perspiration का rate increase करती हैं ये medicines. The next comes tonic. So these chemicals or these plant products are used to revitalize the body organs. So these herbs restore and strengthen the entire system of body. They works holistically, known as tonic. Next comes vermicide or vermifuge. These herbs kill the intestinal worms. Next comes vesicant. So an agent that causes vesicles or blistering. Main जिसकी वजह से vesicles की तरह structures बनते हैं body में, these are known as vesicants. So these were some terms related to medicinal science. Next, we have classification of medicinal plants. So more than 80,000 plant species are reported to have at least some medicinal values, and around 5,000 species of plants have specific therapeutic value. So 5,000 plants को हम medicine में use करते हैं. We have 80,000 plant species which have reported to have at least some medicinal values. They are classified according to plant part used, habit, habitat, therapeutic value, etc. beside the usual botanical classification. Firstly, we have classification on the basis of part used. So कौन सा part हम use करते हैं medicine के लिए? Firstly, like we have whole plant. For whole plant medicines, the plants used are Barhavia diffusa. Then we have Phyllanthus neruri. This is the photograph which shows Phyllanthus neruri. So ये plants as a whole use किया जाते हैं to prepare the medicine. Then next we have plants in which we use roots. I have mentioned some examples. There are a lot of examples. The root we use that is Desamula. Then next we have stem. Stem use करते हैं हम Tinospora Cordifolia, commonly known as Giloy. This is the photograph which shows Giloy. Then we have Acorus calamus. This is the photograph of Acorus calamus. The part used is rhizome, that is underground stem. The next we have bark. We use the bark of Saraca ashoka, that is Ashok tree. This is the photograph of Ashok tree. We use the bark of this tree. The next leaf. So leaves are used to treat disease, like we have plants Indigofera tinctoria. This is the photograph of Indigofera. Next we have Lawsonia inermis. So this is the plant which is Lawsonia inermis. And we get a commercial product of this plant, that is henna. So that product is of this plant, Lawsonia inermis. Then we have aloe vera, in which we use leaves. Next comes flowers. So we have a lot of plants in which we use flowers to prepare medicines, like we have Biophytum sensitivum and Mimosopus elangi. This is Biophytum sensitivum. This is the photograph of Mimosopus elangi. Next comes fruit. So certain plants, fruits are used to prepare medicines, like we have Solanum species in which fruits are used. Next, seeds. So certain medicines are prepared from plant seeds, like we have. Next classification is on the basis of habit. So firstly, grasses, Cynodon, that is commonly known as dew grass. So this plant is used. This is a herbaceous plant which is used for medicine preparation. Then comes sedges, like we have Cypress rotundus. This is the photograph of Cypress rotundus. Then herbs, we have Vernonia cinerea, which is used for the preparation of medicine. Then we have shrubs like Solanum species. This is a photograph which shows Solanum species. Then next comes climbers, like we have Asparagus racemosus, commonly known as shatavari. So this is the climber. The next tree, that is Azadirachta indica, commonly known as neem or margosa tree. Next classification is on the basis of habitat. So we have some tropical plants, like we have Andrographis paniculata. This is the photograph of Andrographis paniculata, commonly found in tropical region. Then subtropical plant, like we have Mentha arvensis, that is the mint plant. Next temperate region plant, that is Atropa belladonna. Next comes some medicinal plants that are given in our syllabus, so we will discuss these plants one by one in detail. Firstly, we have Ocimum sanctum, commonly known as holy basil, or in India we call it as tulsi. So the synonyms used for Ocimum sanctums are Ocimum pilosum, Ocimum album, Ocimum minimum, Ocimum hispidum. So these are the synonyms used for Ocimum sanctum. English name is holy basil. In India we call it as tulsi in Hindi and surasa in Sanskrit. Then it belongs to the family Lamiaceae and is commonly known as Saint Joseph's wort or great basil and sweet basil or tulsi. So these are the names used for Ocimum sanctum. Basil in Greek word, it is derived from Greek word basilius, which means royal. So this is also known as king of herbs. So Ocimum sanctum is commonly known as king of herbs. It is a native of Africa and Asia, but has long been grown in Europe and Mediterranean region. So native है ये अफ्रीका और एशिया का, but यूरोप में भी इसे काफ़ी पुराने समय से ग्रो किया जा रहा है. Also found in Mediterranean region. It was found growing around the Christ tomb जो क्राइस्ट की टॉम्ब है उसके चारों तरफ ये ग्रो की हुई देखी गई है. एंड सम ग्रीक ऑर्थोडॉक्स चर्चेज यूज इट टू प्रिपेयर होली वाटर. सो होली वाटर प्रिपेयर करने के लिए इसे यूज़ करते हैं. एंड पॉट्स ऑफ बेसिल आर सेट बिलो चर्च अल्टेयर्स. सो अल्टेयर्स आर द टेबल्स जिनके नीचे इसे ग्रो किया जाता है पॉट्स में. नेक्स्ट कम्स मॉर्फोलॉजी. It is an aromatic erect annual herb and can grow up to a height of 35 centimeter with purplish green, strong scented, ovate, toothed or entire gland-dotted leaves which are 3 to 5 centimeter long and 1 to 3 centimeter wide. So this is the morphological description of tulsi. It is an aromatic, means it has some special fragrance. Erect annual herb है ये, जिसकी हाइट 35 सेंटीमीटर तक हो सकती है. और इसका जो स्टेम है दैट इज पर्पलिश ग्रीन. दैन इसके जो लीव्स हैं दे आर एंटायर ओवेटेड विद टूथ मार्जिन्स, मीन्स सिरेटेड मार्जिन्स होते हैं. एंड हैव gland dotted leaves. So these are the leaves which are present in tulsi. And the dimensions are 3 to 5 centimeter in length and 1 to 3 centimeter wide. The purple or white color flowers are arranged in a spike. So इसमें जो flowers हैं वो purple और whitish color के होते हैं and they looks like a spike. The seeds of basil are black in color. जो basil के seed हैं, तुलसी के seeds हैं, वो black color के होते हैं. So this is a brief morphological description of holy basil. Next comes chemical constituents. So it contains plenty of chemicals like we have eugenol, methyl-eugenol, methyl-chavicol, beta-alanine, and other chemicals. So these are the chemicals which forms the active principle of this plant. And essential oils from leaves contain methyl cinnamate, then 1-linalool, terpene, then messinamate, methyl-chavicol, linalool, syncol, then ocimine, borneol, 1,8-cineol, eugenol, and myrcene. So these are the chemicals which are present in the leaves or essential oil which is extracted from the leaves of tulsi. Next part used, as we know, this is the part used of tulsi's leaves. So leaves को हम use करते हैं. So leaves are used for the preparation of medicines. Next comes uses. What are the various uses of tulsi? So these leaves are expectorant, means they helps in removing cough. Then they are stomachic. Then anti-cataractal, means वो eyes को ठीक करने के लिए यूज़ करते हैं. Then we have diaphoretic and aromatic. So ये चीज़ों में इसको यूज़ किया जाता है. और जो डिकॉक्शन प्रिपेयर किया जाता है लीव से इज़ गिवन इन द कंडीशन ऑफ मलेरिया, गैस्ट्रिक डिजीज़ एंड लिवर डिसऑर्डर्स. तो इन डिसऑर्डर्स को ठीक करने के लिए इसका डिकॉक्शन यूज़ किया जाता है. इट इज़ ऑल्सो यूज टू चेक वॉमिटिंग एंड एज एन एंटहेलमेंटिक. तो वॉमिटिंग को चेक करने के लिए और जो इंटेस्टाइनल वॉर्म्स हैं उनको रिमूव करने के लिए भी तुलसी को यूज़ किया जाता है. देन दिस टेबल शोज द वेरियस यूजेस ऑफ तुलसी. So tulsi is in anti-inflammatory, blood purifier, antipyretic, antifungal, anti-diabetic, anti-stress, antibacterial, antioxidants, anti-analgesic. Then immunomodulator, means it also helps to modulate or improve our immune system. Then carminative, cardiac toner है, beautifying agent है इसमें. Then it is digestive, stimulant की तरह काम करता है, anti-aging. Next comes major Ayurvedic formulation made from tulsi. Firstly, we have tulsi adhikashya. Then honey tusk, which is used as an expectorant. Then we have Shankpushpi oil, Surasadi telam, that is also made from tulsi. Then tonset capsules, ये भी तुलसी से बनते हैं. Then Vilvari gulika, that is also prepared from tulsi. Then we have Shwashrakashya and Dayal telam. So these are some Ayurvedic formulation which are prepared by using tulsi. So this is all about Ocimum Sanctum. The next plant given in syllabus is Tinospora Cordifolia, commonly known as Aloe. Cordifolia means heart-shaped leaved. So synonym used for this Tinospora are Tinospora palminervis. Then we have Cocculus cardiflois. Then Cocculus varicosus. Then Manispum cordifolium. So these are the synonyms used for this Tinospora Cordifolia. Then the English names of this plant are heartleaf moonseed and Indian Tinospora. Then we have Indian names. The most commonly used name is Aloe. It is also known as gulancha in Hindi. Then we have guduchi and amritavali in Sanskrit. It belongs to family Manispermaceae. And the plant is commonly known as giloy, which is a Hindu mythological term that refers to heavenly elixir. Heavenly elixir means स्वर्ग का अमृत that has saved celestial beings from old ages. So ये एक ऐसी मेडिसिन है, एक ऐसा मेडिसिनल प्लांट है जो ओल्ड एज को प्रिवेंट करता है एंड kept them eternally young, और यंग रहने में ये हेल्प करता है एज पर आर mythological terminologies. It is native to India and it is found in Burma and Sri Lanka also. This is the photograph which shows this Tinospora Cordifolia, and the part used of this plant is stem. Next, morphology. It is a large glabrous deciduous climbing shrub. So ये climbing shrub है. Its stem are rather succulent with long thread-like aerial roots. इसमें से aerial roots निकलती है stem से from the branches. Then young stem are green with smooth surfaces. जो young stem है वो green होते हैं with smooth surfaces and swelling at nodes, while the older ones show a light brown surface and marked with warty protuberances. तो इसमें हमें कुछ एक protuberances से दिखते हैं stem के ऊपर जो old stem है in a circular, and these represents the circular lenticels. ये जो protuberances हैं ये represent करते हैं lenticels को. Leaves are simple, alternate, exstipulate, cordate in shape, showing multi-coated reticulate venation. So ये show करते हैं multi-coated reticulate venation. The flowers are small and yellow or greenish yellow, and the male flowers are clustered. जो male flowers है वो cluster में born होते हैं and female flowers are usually solitary. तो female flowers singly grow करते हैं. So this is the plant of this giloy. These are the leaves, and this shows the fruits, the reddish berries. Then male and female inflorescence. Males flowers cluster में grow करते हैं और जो female flowers हैं वो solitary में singly grow करते हैं. This is the stem. Flowers grow during summer. Summer में flowers grow करते हैं and fruit occurs during winter. The drupes are the fruits, are ovoid, glossy, succulent, red and pea size. तो ये जो fruits हैं ये pea size होते हैं, red color के, that we can see. And the term used for these fruits are drupes. The seeds are curved. जो seeds होते हैं इसके अंदर they are curved, वो moon shape होते हैं. And fruits are fleshy and single seeded. जो fruits हैं वो fleshy हैं, इसके अंदर एक ही seed present होता है. Next comes chemical constituents. So it contains plenty of chemical constituents that have therapeutic properties, like we have giloin, then gilonin, gilosterol, and we have berberine that is found in stem bark. Then we have tinosporin, tinosporan, tinosporal, tinosporic acid, tinosporoside, cordifoliide, and furanode, diterpene, identical with columbine, and clerodane. So ये plants में present होते हैं ये सारे chemicals. So these are the chemical constituents which are present in giloy plant. Next plant part used is stem. And what are the various uses of giloy? So health benefits of this Tinospora Cordifolia. It is used in fevers, diabetes, dyspepsia, jaundice, urinary problems, skin disease, chronic diarrhea and dysentery. So इन सभी diseases को treat करने के लिए इसे use करते हैं. It is also useful in treatment of heart disease, leprosy and helminthiasis. The starch obtained from the stem is called sat giloy, or sat giloy, is highly nutritive and digestive. So then in addition to this, it also have health benefits, like it act as immunomodulator or immune booster, then antioxidant properties, toxin remover है, anti-diabetic, boost liver function, anti-aging है, improve digestion, and manages fever. Then the leaves are used for the preparation or treatment of gout, jaundice and rheumatism. So इसके leaves को use करते हैं इन diseases को treat करने के लिए. Next comes major Ayurvedic formulations prepared from giloy. Like we have Amrit Sava, Chandraprabha Bhati, then giloy Sarva, and next is Gudu Chayadi Kwat. Then we have Kashore Guglu, then Rasna Panchak, Then we have Sanjeevani Vati, then Sudarshan Churna, and Trigoni Plus tablets. So these are the various Ayurvedic preparation or formulations which are prepared by using giloy. So this is all about giloy. Next medicinal plant is aloe vera. Synonym used are Aloe barbadensis, Aloe perfoliata varieties vera. English name is Indian aloe. Indian names that we used: Grit Kumari, Kumari in Hindi, and Kumari or Garta Kumari in Sanskrit. It is a succulent plant species, and the name aloe vera derived from Arabic word aloe, aloe which meaning shining bitter substance, while vera in Latin means true. So this is how the name is derived, aloe vera. Next, Egyptian called aloe the plant of immortality. Immortality means which prevent death. So widely cultivated throughout the world. Naturalized species occur in the southern half of the Arabian Peninsula. It is basically a xerophytic plant, succulent xerophytic. Next comes morphology. It is a stemless or very short stem 2 to 3 feet tall succulent plant. Leaves are thick, fleshy green to grey, green with serrated margins. It means it has dentations on the margins with horny prickles. तो जो horny prickles हैं वो present होते हैं margins में. The flowers are yellow or orange, about 2.5 cm long, produced on spike up to 90 cm tall. Fruits are cylindrical or ellipsoid, oblong, loculicidal capsules. Then the flowers are produced in summer on spike. Each flower is pendulous with yellow tubular corolla. If we talk about this inflorescence, ये spike की तरह inflorescence है जो present होती है एक लंबे stalk like structure में, और इसका जो हर एक flower that is pendulous with yellow tubular corolla. Next comes chemical constituents. So chief chemical constituents are barbaloin, aloisin, aloison, beta-cytosterol, which are present on leaves, and 4 partially acidated glucomanons, beta-barbolin and allocanodin. So ये jelly में present होते हैं. In addition to this, it also contains vitamins, enzymes, anthraquinones, inorganic compounds, carbohydrates, saccharides, and organic compounds and lipids. So these compounds are also these chemicals or other chemical substances are also present in the leaves of aloe vera. Part used are leaves. So leaves को हम use करते हैं. Next comes uses. So health benefits of aloe vera: it helps to boost our immune system. It helps in curing wounds. जो घाव है उनको ठीक करने में help करता है. It helps in reducing arthritis pain. Helps in alleviating nausea, promote hair growth. Helps in curing dermatitis. जो skin disease है उनको treat करने में help करता है. Helps in halting cancerous growth. Cancer की growth को रोकता है ये. Helps in delaying the aging process. Then soothes acid reflux symptom, and helps in lowering cholesterol and triglycerides. In addition to this, leaf juice is used to treat skin disorders, dandruff, arthritis, scalp heartburn, high cholesterol, wounds, gut, liver, and kidney bladder disorders को treat करने के लिए इसे use करते हैं. It is used as an anti-aging, anti-helminthic, purgative, carminative, hair tonic, hepatoprotective, diuretic, and uterine tonic. So ये जो terms हैं ये हम already discuss कर चुके हैं. Aloe vera products such as makeup tissue, they are also prepared by using aloe vera. Then we prepare certain moisturizers, soaps, sunscreens, incense, shaving creams, and shampoos from aloe vera. So this is all about. Next comes major Ayurvedic formulation of aloe vera. Firstly, we have the aloe compounds like Bringa maladi. Then we have Kukumti Palyadi Gulika. Then we have Kumaryadivati, then Raj Pravartin Vati. So these are the various Ayurvedic formulations which are prepared by using aloe vera. This was all about for our today's discussion about medicinal plants. This was part 1. In next part, I will cover some other medicinal plants. Hope you will get some idea from this presentation about medicinal plants. If you will find any questions or queries and any suggestions, you can give it in comment section. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.